A sneaky new assassination tactic comes to light too late. As Captain Robert Johnson of Bishopville, South Carolina, was getting ready for work early in the morning on March 5, 2010, a would-be assassin broke through his front door and shouted "Police!" Officer Johnson, who is a prison guard at the Lee Correctional Institution, where that he had to find a way to distract the criminal scumbag from the fact that his family was fast asleep. When it was all said and done, his family was safe, but the scumbag managed to fire 6 times into Johnson's stomach and chest. By the grace of God, he survived to tell the tale. It was a professional hit which was later discovered to be connected to a massive influx of contraband cell phones in the prison where Johnson worked. These phones are smuggled into the correctional facilities so inmates running gang-related activities can still call the shots on the outside. They actually go as far as putting them in inmates' rectums, hollowed-out Bibles, or balls which are constantly being thrown over a fence. They have even been known to be hidden in bandages and prosthetic legs or whatever else they can find. Although this happened in 2010, it is still happening. And just now the authorities are considering using cell phone jamming technology in prisons, which has been around forever, to stop crimes such as this from happening. Sadly, after President Barack Hussein Obama's failed presidency, where he promoted the disrespect of our peace officers, we live in a society where their lives just don't matter as much as they used to. ABC 7 reports. An urgent bulletin is going out to law enforcement Wednesday, warning of a new threat of attacks against officers on the street and in prisons. It has to do with what has called Black August. A reporter for KGO-TV Cabcast sister station in San Francisco obtained the bulletin from a law enforcement source. The bulletin from the Federal Bureau of Prisons, Sacramento Intelligence Unit and the FBI's National Gang Intelligence Center warns of increased risk for violence against prison guards and police officers during Black August. The prison gang Black Guerrilla family started Black August in the 1970s to honor fallen members. One of the most prominent, Hugo Pine, served 46 years in solitary confinement after a San Francisco rape conviction, and after killing a prison guard and slashing the throats of 2 other guards who survived during an escape attempt in 1971. Former San Quentin inmate Jerry Elster remembers Pine as a freedom fighter. "When I went to prison at 20 years old, there was somebody there to remind me not to compromise my integrity," said Elster, who currently works as the Healing Justice Coordinator for American Friends Service Committee, AFSC, a Quaker organization devoted to service, development and peace programs throughout the world. Last summer, just 12 days after corrections finally released Pine from solitary, he was stabbed to death in a riot at State Prison Sacramento. The bulletin says the Black Guerrilla family believes state prisons worked with the Aryan Brotherhood to kill Pine. At the very least, Elster believes the state had a duty to protect Pine. I mean, it has only those who are charged with authority and protection, of protecting and housing of Hugo Pine who have to bear that responsibility, Elster said. The bulletin warns an inmate source, claims the BGF has a 2-for-1 kill policy. That the BGF is going to kill correctional officers and Aryan Brotherhood gang members to send a firm message. And the attacks will occur across the country, not just in California, and will likely occur during the BGF's memorial celebration of Black August. The Bureau of Prisons and the FBI declined to comment for this report. Retired FBI Special Agent Rick Smith said, "I think it is serious. They put that bulletin out, they don't want to be caught with something happening with the information they have and not disseminating it." Also included in the bulletin is the FBI's Baltimore office report. BGF members reportedly discussed how they could ambush law enforcement officers who were parked in alleys or side streets. It also mentions the San Francisco Bayview newspaper for publishing articles, suggesting California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation responsibility for Pine's murder, and promoting Black August celebrations as a platform for action. Bayview editor Mary Radcliffe is surprised her newspaper is named in the bulletin, but is worried about the message. This statement from the Department of Justice puts black people in danger, Radcliffe said. because it is promoting the idea that there is a war going on between black people and law enforcement. The bulletin also includes a drawing from the newspaper by a BGF member, showing the logo and a gorilla eating a pig. Ratcliffe downplays the reference to violence against police officers. A depiction like that is a release, it's yeah, go for it, that's how I feel. Now, I don't have to do it, she said. Smith from the FBI said the bulletin does not come as news to officers, in prison or on the streets. They know how dangerous their jobs have become. This is yet another heads up. Of course, like in everything that involves human beings, there are some who aren't good, but the moment the crap hits the fan, who do we always call? The police. And they have never failed us, and they never will.